And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming. And join me, as always, is a lovely man from the internet series Roll Ups, Mr. Justin Doyle.
Hey, hey, what's up, Rob?
Not much, not much. Yeah, I watched a couple of your Roll Ups videos on YouTube earlier.
Oh, nice.
It's really fun. I was a bit annoyed it wasn't picked up to be a comedy. Kind of reminded me of Waiting a lot.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we just kind of stopped with it, but yeah, who knows one day if it can go that route, maybe sort of like the Office scenario where it's kind of documentary style, maybe. We'll
Oh,
see.
that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'd like to make a mockumentary one day. But since I
Hmm.
still don't have the technology to make movies yet, I can still talk about them with you through social media. So let's talk about the ceremony on Sunday before we move on to talk about the new releases.
Yes, the Oscars were on Sunday. Let's talk about who won so we can move on from 2022.
Yes, yes. So Jimmy Kimmel was brought on to host the
Hmm.
ceremony. What was he like as the host for the third time running?
Think he did a great job. He had his jokes and he got them in there and you know, showed us a peek behind the curtains in some ways, but no, he was great, and yeah, I mean, didn't uh, didn't do too much. A lot of the presenters would come up and do two categories, so he had some time in between, to relax a lot more than normal.
Oh, good. Good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So it sounds like this was a really nice, fun celebration of movies with absolute no drama whatsoever.
Yep, and they brought back every category live. They told us
Oh,
all
brilliant.
the yeah, they let us know, the winners as it went instead of not showing us some.
Yes.
And yeah, there was actually a funny bit. Jimmy Kimmel was saying instead of playing you off with music, we're going to dance you off. And then they had like a couple guys come up and dance him off or whatever. And I wish that they did that, but they never did do that. That
Yeah.
would have been funny.
Yes, yes. So what was the first award announced?
It was best animated feature.
And my favourite film of the year won that award by the looks of things.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a no-brainer. It was no question that I was going to win. So I think they did that one immediately, and they should have done the international picture immediately too, because we already know who was going to win.
Oh,
But yeah,
definitely.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio beat out Turning Red, Marcelo Show with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and The Sea Beast.
What do you think was its only contender?
What was an early contender?
No, what was the one the only film out of them four that you think could have beaten it if it had a chance?
Well, I think Marcelo Show with Shoes On was a close second, but if we're going just straight up animation, Puss in Boots was the big one of the year.
Yeah, Puss in Boots is my second favourite from this category.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro is another Oscar.
Yes, yes, definitely. Did he have another good speech about how animation is cinema?
Yes, he did.
Brilliant, brilliant. Because I've been looking up on YouTube about this specific award, and I don't think it's fair that the Oscars don't recognise animation as much as live action movies. And I also found out that some of the Academy members just vote for their kids' favourite movies. And I'm just there just thinking, does this mean that live action films are for adults?
Well, they also don't vote on. They never live up to their voting status. They don't watch all these movies. They just vote, and I think that was good for Everything Everywhere All at Once because it's been talked about for so long. So people are like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard a lot about it. I'll pick that one." And that's not everything, but it is. It happens a lot because there's a lot of people don't have time to sit around watching movies, which is unfortunate. They should, and they should take their voting with a heavier hand.
Don't they get
So,
given free screeners for the films nominated?
yeah, again, they say that they don't have time to watch them all. So
And I bet some of these are retired ones that just kick their feet up all day and could be watching these movies.
some of them are that way as well. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what came in second. What was the second award?
It was both supporting actor and supporting actress. Now we all knew best actor was going to be Ki Hee Kwan.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
best
won't
supporting
talk
actor was
about
going to go to
that.
Ke Huy Quan.
Yes, yeah, which I knew the. I don't know why the BAFTAs let him lose that to Barry.
No, you know why? They just love their own country.
Yeah, but it's the bit
Um,
that those the bit that I can't fit around in my head is that he won over Brendan Gleeson.
yeah, Barry Keoghan, I know.
Yeah,
But yeah, Ke Huy Quan beat out Brendan Gleeson, Barry Keoghan, Brian Tyree Henry, and Judd Hirsch. But the real surprise was
I've
the
not
best
seen
supporting actress.
Causeway yet.
That's there on Apple TV Plus.
Sweet. Yes, I was very like I thought Stephanie Hazoo was better in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I think everyone did.
I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis probably won because she's never won before and she's always kind of had that high kind of reputation.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
it
is
was a
one
shock to
like
me.
like this is like I know like a lot of people give a lot the Oscars a bit of stick because they say it's a popularity contest and that's kind of one of the wins that kind of proves it in my eyes. I would have happily given it to Angela for Black Panther.
Yeah, and if anybody was coming in second, I thought it was going to be Carrie Condon. So this was a huge shocker to me and to her, I believe. But she won the SAG, and she was on a roll. So yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis won for Everything Everywhere All at Once, beating out Angela Bassett, Carrie Condon, Hong Chow, and Stephanie Sue. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just that. Nobody
yeah.
saw it coming.
No, nobody saw that one coming. So I didn't see any of the best documentary features nominated. What was Navalny like?
Well,
All
Cody
the
and I
one
have talked about it. Cody and I have talked about it a bunch on the show. It's a really good documentary. It's one of those, like I've said before, like Icarus from before, where it starts off as one documentary and becomes a completely different thing, and which is normally a good thing. Yeah, Navalny was the winner, beating out All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, which is also a two-story movie. All That Breathes, about the birds called kites. That one was a little bit slow, but that lost as well as Fire of Love, which was one of the front runners for so
which I
long,
have seen.
about the volcanists. Yeah,
Yeah,
about the volcanists who were in love and lived and died on a volcano, or did they actually? And then House Made of Splinters, about the orphanage in Ukraine due to parents who can't take care of their kids, which was a really lovely documentary.
I'd like to
But
see that.
Navalny beat it. It became this spy thriller in the middle of the movie, and just became something other than it seemed. And the winner came out, and the producer came out and said, "Hey, Navalny's in prison. Let's free him, and we should be able to stand up to our diplomatic sort of thoughts." And they took a stand there.
Definitely, definitely. Because I'm pretty sure there are people out there who don't like Joe Biden in the US.
Yeah, there's never ever been a president that everyone was 100% cool with. Everyone always has an issue,
Yeah,
and it's always gonna be that way. Always, always. as
Yeah,
always.
same with our Prime
It'll
Minister.
never change. Yeah, absolutely. What was next?
Next, live action short, which I watched for the first time today, The Winner, An Irish Goodbye.
They had to give the Irish some win on Oscar night because, spoiler alert, Banshees took away 0.
Anyway,
But yeah, An Irish Goodbye was about two brothers who do their mom's bucket list, and they get time together before they're going to sell the farm. Very, very sweet film. Also, An Irish Goodbye is where you leave a party without saying goodbye at all,
I
which I have done plenty of times.
I liked the short film a lot. It was the better one out of the two I saw today.
What was the other one?
The one that won the best animated short. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, I thought.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know what it is, but I noticed there are a lot of actors with Down syndrome, and they are often really good actors. My favourite is still the boy from Peanut Butter Falcon, of course. Like, why hasn't he been in another movie? He's
Yeah.
awesome.
I agree. There's a new movie called Champion out right now with Woody Harrelson that has some Down syndrome people in it, and it's directed by a Fairley brother.
Ooh.
So I'm sure it's racy. But An Irish Goodbye beat out The Red Suitcase, which is about a young woman a 16-year-old who was being given away in marriage. She goes to the airport. That's where she's going to meet her new to-be husband, and decides she doesn't want to go through with it. So she runs away in a sense, and the red suitcase is what she brought with her, which has her art and her belongings. And the guy sees the red suitcase, and she has to decide, does she want what's inside of it, or and go get married to this guy, or live a life without either. So it was really interesting. The Pupils, or Les Pupils, is about an orphanage with kids, and it's about this letter that a friend wrote to a friend, and the kids sort of recite the whole letter and story of it all. Evilou is about a sister who wants her younger sister not to have to go through with what she's been going through, which is abuse from her father. So she makes ways to make that happen. And then Night Ride is about a little person, a dwarf, who goes on a night ride on a tram through her city. She steals the tram and is the conductor for the night, and some situations ensue on the tram. My favorite was Evilou. I thought it was beautifully shot. I thought Les Pupils was going to win this because, Alfonso Cuarón, and also a Disney one. But Irish Goodbye took it, which was great.
I got actually Martin McDonagh vibes off Irish Goodbye.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently there was a preview for the Little Mermaid movie, which I saw the trailer for, and I'm going to be honest with you, Justin, I'm not going to be impressed with this movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I know you're not big into trailers, but I'm assuming you'll probably want to hear my opinion on the trailer anyway.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, just don't spoil anything, but yeah, your opinion on it's cool.
You know the story of the Little Mermaid anyway.
Cody says that Jamie Lee's was a career win, which probably is true. We've seen.
I'd say the same with Will Smith last year,
and with Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant.
Oh, 100%. And Gary Oldman with Churchill.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right,
what's next?
One of my favorite awards is next, and it was presented by two men I saw have a fight together, and that was Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, which is weird because they're both Marvel villains, but they presented the award for Best Cinematography.
Yeah, I got this one right. I knew it was going to go down that way.
Once I saw that Top Gun wasn't nominated, I knew that was going to win.
Yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front won Best Cinematography, beating out Empire of Light, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Tar, and Elvis. Yeah, this was a slam dunk in my opinion. Again, because Maverick, just like you said, Maverick wasn't involved, but yeah, down in the trenches, up and around the trenches, in holes, and beautifully, beautifully done.
Are you
I
hoping
mean,
James Friend gets more big work as a cinematographer now?
sure. I mean, yeah,
Yep, you know
but
his name now, James Friend.
yeah, but I won't remember it.
He's actually British, he's not German.
Nice. Yeah, I think that was a one that everyone knew was coming.
And it would have been nice if Mandy Walker was the first woman to win Best Cinematography, but I don't think Elvis shined in its cinematography compared to its production design.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't remember cinematography in the movie as much as production design, costume, acting.
I'd say the editing was better than the cinematography. Talking like film
Well,
nerds
that's the
are.
first of All Quiet's. That's the first of All Quiet's wins, and we've
Yes.
had two Everything Everywhere All at Once wins so far.
All right. Next
What's
one
next?
is best makeup and hair.
Hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front was in there again, also with Elvis, but this time with the Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and the Whale. Which the Whale took it, which to me there was no question. Besides the Batman, which was really really well done with the Penguin and Colin Farrell.
No,
But
because
yeah, the Whale.
obviously I've done two Fleming Awards for this year, and Elvis has won the first one, and the Whale won the second one. So either way, one of them two is going to win.
Well, if you were to put them up against each other, though, that's really because you didn't put them up against each other, you put them up against separate. So the real test would be if you put them up against each other. But
Obviously,
yeah, the Whale 3D printing makeup, which was insane to get the prosthetics on. And then, yeah, he just wore a big old fat suit. I mean, big, big fat suit and big old belly. Deserved of its win.
definitely. At least he didn't have to put all that weight on for the role because that would have killed him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Imagine if it was Christian Bale, he would have done it on his own.
That would be his last ever film role if he accepted that role.
Yeah. Pizza and fried chicken all day.
Yes, yes, and lots of porn as well.
Oh, yeah. Loves his cape.
Yeah. All right, here's the award makeup and hair can't normally go without. It's best costume design, and I think this one was the worthy winner.
Oh, yeah. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Miss Ruth Carter won for Best Costume Design. I've been saying it since day
Okay,
one.
I
She
get
made.
that the Black Panther suit is probably just like CGI because there is no way you can make a nanotech helmet. But I imagine all the tribal stuff is all real costumes.
Well, what they're wearing, like the down here, is also costume. Yeah, I mean they put on the helmet as well. The top part. It's just in between it being on and off. We see the CGI part, but no, they definitely wear it. But a lot of this movie was also shot underwater, so they had to create costume to survive that. And
Yeah,
Ruth Carter did a great job, her and her team, beating out Babylon, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Elvis, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm surprised. I reckon Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris would have been second because it's all about costumes.
I think Babylon was coming in second,
Ooh.
or maybe Elvis. But yeah, Mrs. Harris Goes to
Yeah,
Paris is about to dress the entire movie, so it makes sense. But I'm glad to see that it got in there, and it's a lovely movie. Go check it out.
definitely, definitely have. This is one you definitely have to check out. Let's see. The next award is Best International Movie.
Mm-hmm. And what was the slam dunk winner?
Because the real best international film wasn't even nominated. It had to be All Quiet on the Western Front, the second best international movie.
No, I think the international movies got it wrong this year. I guess it's fine because no matter what, everything everywhere. I mean, All Quiet on the Western Front was going to win, but it was with The Quiet Girl, Argentina 1985, EO, and Close. Now, Close is my favorite movie of the five. I thought it was a beautiful film. And All Quiet, is a close second, but EO is really good. But we're missing Don't or
Decision to
what
Leave.
was Don't Decision to Leave, and then also Bardo. Where's Bardo? Should have been right in here.
Yeah.
I mean, Alejandro Inarritu makes a movie
Yeah,
and it gets nominated for International
like
Picture.
Bardo is much better than Argentina 1985.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And The Quiet Girl. The Quiet Girl is about a young girl who
I've
lives
only
with
seen Argentina and All Quiet. I'm not seeing Close yet. That's only just come out.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful. It's about two boys who, are best friends, and at school they think that they're gay, and that really rubs one of them the wrong way, so he decides he's not going to be friends with his friend anymore, which becomes an even bigger troublesome story than just that. EO is literally about a donkey and his travels in Poland. The Quiet Girl is about a young girl who lives with a large family in sort of a poor part of their country, and one bedroom for 8 kids, sort of thing. And decides she's going to stay with her aunt over the summer, and they treat her better, give her nice clothes and food and stuff, and that's literally the movie.
Yeah.
And then Argentina 1985 is a courtroom drama.
Yeah.
So All Quiet on the Western Front took it from them. Slam dunk winner for that movie.
But I would like to
And the
see.
second time we've
I'd
seen
like
it
to
win
see
here.
Close in EO.
Yeah. Yeah, The Quiet Girl. Trust me, I have no idea why it was nominated. Beautiful though. It
Do
does
you
have some
swap
great
that with
landscape and
Bardo?
cinematography. Well, yeah, for sure.
And do you mind if I swap Argentina for Decision to Leave?
That's totally fine.
Sound. All right, best documentary short. I didn't see any of these, so you'll have to talk me through them.
All right. The Elephant Whisperers won. This is about a couple who take care of elephants, from when they're babies until they're able to get on with their own. Haul Out is about a man who goes to an island where walruses stay for, their hibernation in a sense. And with the climate change, they're not able to hang out on ice, packs in the ocean. They just stayed on where they could. And there's like hundreds of thousands of them, and they're just dying more and more every year, which is super sad. Martha Mitchell Effect is the lady who pissed off Nixon because she had a voice. How Do You Measure a Year was about a dad who filmed him and his daughter every year that she turned another age, and just asked her questions. What does she think about life and her relationship with her dad? It was pretty sweet. And then Stranger at the Gate is about a guy who went in to go bomb a mosque, and turns out he found a family and religion instead. And I thought The Elephant Whispers was beautiful, and I think Haul Out was my favorite, but I had a feeling Elephant Whispers was going to take it, and it did.
Yeah. So I want to watch that one and the Martha Mitchell Effect. They're both on Netflix.
Yeah, they're both on Netflix, and Elephant Whispers is really sweet. Goes down pretty smooth.
All right. So this next category is another one I watched for the first time today, and it's The Boy, The Fox, the Mole, and the Horse. I think it's called.
Yeah, best animated short went to The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. I think a lot of
I
people were.
liked the animation a lot, and I really thought that Tom Hollander, Gabriel Byrne, and Idris Elba all did like really good voiceover performances, but the story felt a bit too simple.
Yeah, it's based off of a book, hand drawn animation, which we always appreciate. And I think everyone knew about this movie simply because Apple TV had it on the screen every time you opened up their
And
platform.
if you live in the UK, it's on BBC iPlayer, and so's the Irish Goodbye.
Nice. My Year at Dix is now on Hulu. That was a fun movie. People thought that one was going to win. My favorite was Ice Merchants, about a boy and his father who are ice merchants. For some reason, they live on a huge mountaintop and have to get down to the bottom every day to sell this ice. The Flying Sailor was about that. He gets in an accident and then he flies. And then An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I Think I Believe It, which was stop motion animation. It was a big year for stop motion animation in 2022. I think people were thinking that one was just a silly title and didn't go for it. But yeah, great animation. And The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Very simple story. And that's the big winner.
It was a good winner, but I would like to check out the more. If you look at the history of this award, most of the old Looney Tunes shorts have won in the past, and Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, it makes sense. Those are they didn't do like shorts like this. They didn't make animated movies just to be a short unless it was like a cartoon for TV.
Yeah, yeah. But I found out like through watching YouTube videos that the Looney Tunes were originally like before movies. They just combined them into like half an hour episodes when we were kids throughout like compilations. It'd be half an hour compilations on TV.
Nice.
So yeah, that's all the shorts and all the documentaries done. And now let's go on to what I thought was one of the biggest shockers. That's best production design, and it looks like we had a little reunion for Four Weddings and a Funeral with Hugh Grant and Andy McDowell there.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I thought for sure this was going to Babylon. A lot of people thought it was going to Elvis. It for sure was going to go to The Fablemans or Avatar: The Way of Water.
No.
But All Quiet on the Western Front took down Best Production Design. People love war movies.
They do, but I do love Elvis and Babylon because they're all colourful.
Yeah. And they had to recreate stuff. I mean, so did All Quiet on the Western Front, but recreate buildings and interiors, whereas All Quiet was, a war landscape, which is tough in itself. So I'm sure it took a lot of work. But yeah, big surprise there. Didn't know it was going to win. And All Quiet on the Western Front took home its third Oscar for production design.
Yes. I'm just trying to see what other war movies have won best production design now. Oh, The English Patient has, but that's not. And so they're not really war movies. They're just set in the war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dunkirk. Dunkirk didn't win.
It lost The Shape of Water, but was nominated.
Yeah. 1917 lost. News of the World, I think, was nominated too.
Yeah, lost to Mank. Oh, well, 1917 lost to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Again, that's colourful and creative.
Yeah, it's Hollywood movies or war movies.
And then you have Black Panther. That also won it in 2018.
Kind of a war movie.
Yeah, I think The Favourite personally had better production design, but these are the Oscars, not the Flemings.
That's true.
Yes. Oh, best original score was definitely a shocker, but a worthy shocker.
Yeah, I'm glad I got it right. But yeah, people thought that Babylon was going to win, and I think after that, the Banshees of Inisherin. But the Fablemans had no choice or no chance, and neither did Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No.
Because again, All Quiet on the Western Front, Volker Bertelmann won for original score.
Yes, he's like Hans Zimmer.
He's killing it, and I mean, I agree. I think this. I picked it. I thought it had a great score in itself. Both that and Banshees was really well done. And yeah, like I've said about Babylon, is there's only like 2 or 3 scenes without any music at all. Otherwise, everything was being scored.
I bet Cody's
But
not
yeah,
happy with all the wins All Quiet on the Western Front's getting.
well, it says the word quiet in it, and somehow it won best score.
Sorry, Cody, that Kristen Stewart didn't get nominated for Crimes of the Future.
For supporting actress,
Yeah,
she's good. I like that movie.
I wasn't a big fan of it. It's probably because I heard a lot of mixed things.
They're so much alike. If you should check out Infinity Pool. His dad and his son are pretty identical when it
Yeah, I
comes to
want to
making
see
movies.
Infinity Pool because I liked his last movie, Possessor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Visual effects. We'll just state the obvious. We knew what was going to win.
Yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water beat out Top Gun: Maverick, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, The Batman, and All Quiet on the Western Front.
And it annoys me that Everything Everywhere All at Once wasn't nominated.
Yeah, yeah. I know visual effects can be practical as well, but Top Gun was more practical effects, as was All Quiet on the Western Front, and they were both visually stunning. But yeah, Avatar is all visual effects and won
Yeah.
hands down.
I think the next year's winner will be Dune Part 2. And then it will go
Yeah.
Dune, Avatar, Dune, Avatar.
We'll see. Cody just let us know that James Friend from All Quiet on the Western Front cinematography is going to be doing a new Star Wars film.
Ooh.
Why is there another Star Wars film?
There hasn't been one since 2019. We need a
Oh,
Star Wars to come
darn.
out, so I get then people go to cinema and I get shifts from work, and then I get money.
Well, it shouldn't be reliant on just Marvel and Star Wars movies. People should be going now and always.
No, I wish there were more James Bond and Top Gun and Avatar movies. Those are what
Yeah.
got me loads of work. And Downton Abbey, surprisingly. Sounds like we need more Downton Abbey movies too.
Well, A Man Called Otto, right?
Yeah, that was really busy. Yeah, just
Yeah,
put Tom
it's
Hanks. Yeah,
possible.
just put Tom Hanks and everything.
There you go.
CGI him in if he can't make it to filming. Right.
What's after visual effects?
Original and adapted screenplay who were announced by Mr. Garfield and Miss Pugh.
Yeah. For original screenplay, Everything Everywhere All at Once took it, beating out The Banshees of
I
Inisherin,
knew that was
Triangle of
going to win.
Sadness, Tar, and The Fablemans. Yeah, me too. I picked it. It won. We all knew it was gonna.
I wasn't ruling out Banshee, but
And,
I'd say that was the second best one.
yeah, I think it was up there for sure. And then with adapted, Women Talking beat out Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and All Quiet on the Western
Although
Front,
Glass
which I
Onion
picked
is
as
my
well, and
favourite
I'm
out
so
of the
happy.
movies, I wanted All Quiet to win that one. Because
Yeah,
when you're watching a movie, an international movie with the subtitles, you really kind of get to understand the screenplay a lot. That's why I normally watch films with subtitles on, is I know what they're saying.
yeah. I mean, I mostly watch that subtitles. Actually, the other day we went and saw Scream 6 and it was closed caption. And I didn't even realize for like the first part, I'm like, oh yeah, it's closed caption because I'm so used to having them on at my house anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Women Talking totally deserved it. Great adaptation
So
from
it
the
sounds
play.
like I need to rewatch Women Talking with subtitles.
Yeah, if that'll help you out.
Yeah.
Very happy for Sarah Polly, and
Yeah.
yeah, totally deserve it of the win.
Yes. Although it's weird that she made a religious movie and she doesn't believe in religion.
Mm. Yeah, they say write what you know, so that's interesting.
Yeah. But she must have just liked the book.
Mm. All right, what's next?
Yeah, from the two lovely ladies from Glass Onion, we have Best Sound and Best Original Song. Kate
Best
Hudson and
sound.
Fleming Award winner Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, they looked great. Yeah, best sound went to Top Gun Maverick. Totally deserve it. I thought it was going to go to All Quiet on the Western
That's
Front,
what I was hoping for.
but it also beat out Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, and Elvis. But yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense. A lot of it is just sound, fighter pilots and in the air and missiles. It was really well done and totally deserved. And spoiler, the only win for Top Gun Maverick. But I'm
Best
glad it won
original
something.
Best original song was a no-brainer.
Um, Best original song was Not To" from
Yes.
RRR. The only
Yes.
nomination RRR got, but beat out This Is a Life, Lift Me Up, Applause, and Hold My Hand. All of them really good performances live there.
Was Lady
Uh,
Gaga stunning as always?
yeah, being makeupless and just in some scrubs. She didn't go
She
out
she,
and try
she
to be
looked
fancy.
really. I've kind of started the more natural look she's been going for the last 5 years. That suits her more than trying to be kind of all like weird like she started to be when she was starting out.
Yeah,
And FYI,
no, she's looking great.
I've never believed that she's actually a man. And if she was, it would have came out by now.
Cody would have selected RRR for international, and then he also let us know that Ruth Carter is the first Black woman to win 2 Oscars.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice one. I can't see Halle Berry winning her second Oscar anytime soon.
Oh, maybe not soon, but I see it. And I think there was only like 4 Black people nominated, period. So that's pretty sad in itself as well. But yeah, original song went to Not To, the hit of the year.
Yep. And Best Film Editing was also a no-brainer, presented by the Avatar ladies, Zoe Saldana and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, which went to Everything Everywhere All at Once, beating out Top Gun
No-brainer.
Maverick. Beating out Top Gun Maverick, The Banshees of Inisherin, Tar, and Elvis. Yeah. And the guy who came up said who won it, Paul Rogers. He said this was his second ever. And he won an Oscar. That's amazing.
That was his only second time making a
So
movie.
good. Editing a film, yeah, period.
Wow.
Yeah. And he won an Oscar.
Apparently,
Amazing.
him and his team who were editing won learned by YouTube.
Yeah, they just practice on their own films. Amazing.
Yes. Yes. So
And
I think,
another win for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
speaking of everything everywhere all at once, we might as well call this award Best Directors because two men won this award.
Yeah, the Daniels beat out Martin McDonough, Todd Field, Steven Spielberg, and Ruben Östlund. We knew it was going to happen. They already won.
I was slightly, smallly hoping that Steven Spielberg would win his third Oscar. It'd all be a massive celebration of him being one of the greatest directors of all time, and a look at his career, look back at his like fantastic career, And yeah, I didn't have Fableman's won any other award. I just wanted Spielberg to show everybody that he is the best.
Yeah, but like everyone's saying, we've seen him do better. So this wasn't going to be his year, but
At
it's the
least,
year.
it's a good decade for him with two really good movies.
Well, it's a great just overall filmography. I mean, he's one of the greatest. But now the Daniels one, they already were up there for original screenplay, so they didn't have too much to say. They were just, excited to be up there again. And yeah, this was their Everything Everywhere
And the first
all at
men
once.
to win, and the first men to win Best Director of the 2020s.
Oh, great. Like that needs to be said.
I love women.
Yeah,
And
but
I care about women directors. And I was really annoyed that there was none nominated.
yeah, we should have had Prince Blythewood in there. Sarah Polley should have been in there. And
Is that director
and
of...
I think I don't know her name. Chukwu from
Oh, the one
Till.
that did
She could have
Till,
been
yeah.
up there.
And the one
Chikwu
that did...
Chundianin.
And the one that did After Sun.
Nah, I don't know why people are all hyped up on that movie, but okay. What came after director?
What came after director? Best actor and best actress.
All right. So the best actor,
Yep.
Mr. Brendan Fraser, for The Whale, beat out Austin Butler, Colin Farrell, Paul Mescal, and Bill Nighy.
It's a shame Bill never won his BAFTA, but I think this balances out the universe now that Brendan's won the Oscar.
Oh yeah, he was my hands down winner and pick, which means that Elvis and Banshees of Inisherin were completely out of the Oscars. Didn't win one single one, as well as the Fablemans did not win anything.
No.
And yeah, we all knew Triangle of Sadness wasn't going to win anything. But yeah, the biggest movies of the year didn't win crapola.
Yes.
Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, and the Fablemans didn't win zip. Well, and Tar. Tar didn't win anything
No,
either.
which
Because our actress went to
Michelle.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
I had Kate winning and Michelle Yeoh won for Everything Everywhere All at Once, beating out Andrea Riseborough, Michelle Williams, Ana de Armas, and Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
That was
To
a
be
big
honest, Kate was her only competition.
No, I know. Yeah, it was back and forth between Michelle and Kate, and I'm very happy that Michelle won. I mean, I didn't think it was going to happen, so it was that and the Jamie Lee Curtis were the two biggest surprises for me overall, and yeah, very very happy for her.
So I spoke to people about it, and they're like, "Kate's already won 2 Oscars. This is Michelle's first time."
Yeah, and the first Asian woman to ever win.
Seriously, the Academy need to start watching these Hong Kong films I keep getting recommended by my friend because they would have nominated so much good talent from abroad if they watch these movies.
Yeah, but it ain't happening. And to keep the theme alive, the Best Picture winner went to
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which I rewatched last night with one of my buddies. He didn't like it as much as I did, but rewatching it again, I think it was a good. I'm glad that it went to a film that is accessible and is liked by most people. What's surprising about this win is this came out like at the start of like last year. Like how did normally the Oscar films they normally come out in January, February in the UK. Like Like we didn't get Nomadland till like April.
Yeah, it was a movie that came out super early, and initial release was March 11th, 2022. So it was out for a year and won an Oscar.
Oh, we got it 2 months
crazy.
later.
But it beat out
Weirdly,
Top Gun.
it came out the week after Doctor Strange came out in the UK. So it was weird having two multiverse films in cinema at the same time in May.
Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once beat out Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking, Triangle of Sadness, All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, The Fablemans, Avatar: The Way of Water, Tar, and The Banshees of Inisherin, giving it its 7th Oscar, and All Quiet won 4 or 5.
4.
So those were the big winners.
Yes. And sorry, Justin, if you prefer the other two movies, but I think this is my favourite Best Picture winner of the 2020 so far.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah, I thought Nomadland was overrated for what it was, even though it was still a good effort from Chloe Zhao. And Coda just didn't really hit me with the same impact as it did you.
Yeah.
But all three are worthy best film winners, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Daniels got back up there and had, again, nothing to say. They just had been up there. It was like when Bong Joon-ho won. He was just like, okay, I'm going to go sit down now. And then he came back up and won another Oscar. But yeah, it was a good ceremony overall. I'm glad Everything Everywhere All at Once got all of its wins. Very happy for Michelle and Key and the Daniels. Jamie Lee should have gone to somebody else. I'm sorry. But yeah, the big winner overall.
Nice.
Cool. Well, yeah, there's that.
Yep, there's that. Let's move on. And
now we can move on to 2023.
Yay.
Movies you've liked.
Yes.
What?
I haven't been to the cinema, but I am going to recommend a movie. Like it's one of a film Cody likes. I didn't like it as much as he did because I didn't really think the plot was strong. But this movie is a visual masterpiece, and it's based on the British legend of King Arthur, and it's called Excalibur. That's what I'm recommending this week.
Excalibur. Where did you see it?
My friend brought it me for Christmas on Blu-ray.
1981 film with Liam Neeson and Helen Mirren.
Liam Neeson, Helen Mirren, Gabriel Byrne, Kieran Hines. You'll know a lot of actors in this movie when
Patrick
they're all
Stewart.
young and shining. Yep.
Never heard of it. 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, directed by John Borman. Who also did Deliverance, Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
Yep.
Oh, nice. What'd you like about it?
It's really visually stunning. Like they really captured this old British mythology really, really well. It's got some really good action scenes, and it reminds me of like something Zack Snyder would do if he was around in the 80s. This is his favourite movie and what's influenced his visual style you see throughout his movies. But like a Zack Snyder movie, the plot is a bit weak in this one because you see mainly the highlights of King Arthur's life rather than like a full fleshed out story, which is fine because I know that the King Arthur storyline probably has different stories in between it. you'll have to speak to my friend Sean about the history. He actually talks about the history of Robin Hood with Cody in one of Cody's episodes. But yeah, Excalibur, yeah, it might have a few flaws, but it is a fun movie that's worth checking out. That's my recommendation for the week.
Nice. Yeah, I won't spend too much time on this movie, but the movie I recommend is the biggest movie of the moment, and it's Scream 6. I'm a huge fan of the franchise, and around this time last year, I was enjoying Scream 5, and I enjoyed Scream 6. This time they're in New York, and the killer is trying to mimic kills from previous franchise, previous parts of the franchise. So we see similar kills from 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and so forth. And we get, it's just really, really well done. And I kind of saw it coming from the beginning, but it still doesn't mean that it's not awesome and thrilling and scary. And yeah, I'm just shocked that they did it so soon. You know, we got just 1 year and we already got a new one. And I think there's no reason for them to stop. Honestly, it's just going to keep
no reason for them to stop.
Do really well. And it's the top of the year so far for 2023 for me is Scream 6.
Nice. I'm hoping John Wick will be a top of the year for me too.
Yeah. The next big movie is Shazam.
Yes, which I plan to also watch. I won't be able to watch it this weekend because I'm at a rock concert, but I might watch it in the week if I can.
Nice.
Another movie starring Helen Mirren.
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing next week?
All right, so you ready for the director we're doing for next week?
Sure.
Well, I thought since we haven't ranked his movies yet, and he's got a big movie coming out in July, why don't we rank Christopher Nolan movies?
We haven't done it yet.
Nope, he's only got 11 movies. I think he's 11.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it closer to July, since it'll be relevant.
No, I've been wanting to talk about Nolan on the show for a while.
Okay, it would have been good to do the Keanu Reeves, but I guess we'll wait.
Yeah, Keanu.
John Wick comes out that week.
Yeah. I was just thinking because I hope that Nolan wins Best Director next year.
I don't think it's happening.
Nomination at least.
Yeah, I think
if he doesn't get a nomination, he's entering it in Cannes. He's got the biggest cast in Hollywood, and he's made an atom bomb out of practical effects. I think if he doesn't get a nomination for Best Director, Hollywood has lost the plot.
Well, I can't wait till July comes around and you say you don't like the movie. And then what?
Is it because I was really looking forward to Blonde and didn't like it?
Well, just anything. I mean, you get all hyped up and then you get disappointed. Plus, you're already saying all these Oscars nominations and stuff for him already, and the movie hasn't even come out yet.
Well, we'll just have to see what the people at Cannes think.
Yeah.
But knowing Cannes, it will be a really weird winner at Cannes. Remember, a film about a woman having a sexual relationship with a car has won the Palme d'Or, so anything can.
Great film.
Oh, it is.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to talk about that next week. You can find me at Worth a View Movies and all the things. Just this, I ranked every single category from 5 to 1 or 10 to 1 for the Oscars this past week. Lots of videos out there. And over on TikTok, it's just exclusive on TikTok and on YouTube. Getting a lot of views for both. So go check that out.
Nice.
And also Oh, and I also did my top 20 of the year of 2022 because I am ready to move on from
It was a good.
2022
It
and
was a.
talk about
It
2023.
was a good list. To be fair, Justin, it's just a shame All Quiet on the Western Front wasn't on there.
Yeah, I don't think I had any international movie.
Early
out.
Bardo.
Oh yeah, Bardo was my second. Yeah. I don't know why nobody gives that
Were you
love.
were you not impressed with many foreign movies?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. Some
Oh well,
movies were a bit disappointing.
it
This
it didn't make my top 20, but Klondike was a favorite of mine from last year, which didn't get any love whatsoever.
Ooh,
Mm.
sounds interesting. Because I always notice that some of the more popular international films like City of God or Old Boy, they not never won Best International Film. They are more recognisable as films than what's ever won the Oscar for Best International Film.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Where can they find you, Rob?
So I'm mainly using Letterboxd at the moment. If you want, you can go on there to see how I've ranked the best picture nominees of this year from my least favorite to favorite. You can also check out my review on Excalibur. I'm also trying to watch all the DreamWorks movies I've not seen, so I need to get on that. And also follow my group on Facebook, the Fleming Film Awards group, because we are hopefully going to be expanding on the Fleming Awards during the 1960s era and going to be voting on the 1969 movies. I just need to
Sweet.
watch more of them.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, great. We'll do that again next week. Until then.
Until then, bye, Justin.
Bye, bud. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.